You're our friend. If you come in peace to a Muslim area that is under attack, wherever you are from, you are with us and we will take care of you. That was the message I was getting. And it was starting to break down what I knew about Islam, or thought I knew. In 2007, I went to Lebanon to see the damage wrought by Israel. I'm not going to go into politics, but this is my life, so I'll tell it how I like. I went to see the damage wrought by Israel. As a journalist, I went to write about it. And I was going to be met at the airport by two representatives of a certain political Lebanese party, whose name I'm not allowed to mention here. And I presumed that the representatives of this party would be men, big beards, big turbans, big cloaks. So imagine my surprise at Beirut airport when two funky young women in tight tops that went down to their knees and jeans and hijabs turned up and said, "Salam alaikum," with an attitude that was kind of like Beverly Hills meets the hijab. You know? And I was grilling them over the next 48 hours because I'd never spoken to a woman in a hijab before. And I said, "So what's your life like? Is anybody, I suppose, you know, forced to marry?" And they looked at me like I was crazy. Nobody's forcing us to do anything we don't want to. This is Beirut, baby. But we love our dad, and if he asks us, we'll do what he says because we love him. All of that freedom, followed by the respect for the family, is what I was seeing. And it was very interesting. They were studying to a high level. They were going to do what they wanted with their lives, but they loved their religion, and they loved their country, and they loved their faith. A new world was opening up to me, one I hadn't seen. Not only one I hadn't seen, but one that had been misrepresented to me from the day I first watched a television newscast. So we went down south, me and the two women called Zainab, and we eventually did meet, alhamdulillah, a sheikh with the turban and the beard and the cloak. And in my mind, I still carried that prejudice about Islam very strongly. I thought, it's fine for these young girls to be all, we can do what we want in Beirut. But in Bint Jbail, in front of a sheikh, I must keep my faculties sharp and remember that Islam oppresses women. And I'm going to watch this. I'm not going to be foolish and led by my heart. I'm going to watch what the interaction is between these people. Now, at one point, one of these young women was translating, and the sheikh was talking quite quickly, and she did this. She put her hand up politely and went, "Sorry, sheikh, 1 second. Lauren, what he's trying to say is..." And I thought, here comes the whip. I thought, this is really going to be bad for her. What is this guy going to do? He's number 3 in that party that I'm not allowed to mention. This can't be good. And do you know what that sheikh did to that young woman? I'll tell you, it was outrageous. He did this. "Okay, sister, carry on." I looked and I thought, that's it? Really? No whips, no stoning to death? That was it. So what did I take from that? There was a humility about learned people in Islam, or there could be, and there can be, and there is. And that women do make choices, they can do, and they do, in Islam. It was another prejudice broken down. But I was definitely not on the road to being a Muslim. I was just learning about the Middle East, right? This wasn't my road. I was drinking alcohol, I was enjoying my life. Alhamdulillah, you know, I've always been a happy person. One of my best friends calls me Miss Upside. She sends me texts, "How's life on the upside today?"